Right, so this is a different type of pick a card reading. Got asked to do of will I get this job reading. So hence why the signifactors are slightly different and a bit more crystals. Just because I wanted to try and resonate a bit more. I have like 2 or 3 different jobs, so it's not going to resonate with me at all. So I thought I'll do completely different. So what we've got going is the significant cards of the supernatural, just because I couldn't find anything that was like more ordinary, and I need to dust my rest of my crystals off. So, the will I get this job? Hoping this will come through as timeless, so you can view this in, I don't know, like a couple of years or something, or look back on it and pick a deck that will resonate with you. I decided to add postcards from Spirit in there for like end of the reading. So right here we've got group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. So you've got Sam, Dean, Dean, Sam. So take your pick and click on the timestamps below on whether you'll get this job. Okay, so this is group 1. It just took me a little bit to fling it out because I added extra cards. Right, so on will I get this job? Basically, a chariot is telling me, and the Ace of Cups, Lord's Regent, and then another ace right next to it is new beginning. So this is a yes, you'll get the job, but sort of situation. So it's basically telling me you're just jumping straight into it, and you're keen to get into this and get everything behind you. So the Chariot is that card of trusting your instincts, jumping forward, take the plunge. You don't need reins, off you go sort of card. Ace of Cups, obviously that's your new beginning. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 straight off the bat. Right there, those 4 cards here. So that's a yes for me, because you've got 2 aces, and then you've got 2 major arcana. So when you do a yes or no reading, just explaining this quickly, you normally have 5 cards, and when you flip out the cards, so it's anything that's a major arcana, an ace, or anything that is in evens. When you add that all up out of 5, that is, if you get 5 out of 5 on one of those, it's yes. If you get like anything odd, even in the minor arcana, then that's a no. So you've got 4 straight off the bat there. So this is a yes, you get the job, but sort of situation. So straight on to it. This is pretty much how I'm going to do the readings anyway. So first 5 cards that come out will tell me yes or no, and then the information will follow through these cards here. So the Knight of Cups is basically telling me that you've got to take it slow when you get this new job, but you've also got to put in the hours and the training and everything for it. It also tells me that you're going to have to move closer to the work, or it's going to be a lot of travel sort of involved. So it's a distance. So when you apply for this job, is that I'm not saying you're moving to another country, but you may be moving to either the other side of the country, the top of the country, the bottom of the country, but it's away from what you know, so you have to move for this job. Yes, you get it, but you have to move. Because that's also, you've got the wave right next to it, which is also oceans, travels, emotions. So it's going to be very stressful for you guys. But yeah, you've got the job, just this location of it. So also you've got right next here for the other one here, Sakura. This is what we call a friendship network card, and then recording all your information. So because you're moving, you're going to have to record your finances, record everything that you do for this job. I don't know how it works in other countries, but I'm assuming that you can get a tax bracket paid back onto that sort of situation when it comes to work. So this is what it's telling me, is like, make sure you keep all your receipts, keep all your invoices for this job, so when the financial year ends, that you'll be able to get that money back. I mean, you may have to wait a year, but just record everything that you spend and everything of that. And then here we've got the gift of sacred sight. So you already knew you were going to get this job. Basically what this is telling me, you just wanted like a confirmation. But yeah, you have to move for this job. And then we're going to go up here and postcard of spirit, if I can get this. Dearest you, the common saying, be in the world but not of it, and wear the world loosely. Refer to the need to be engaged with life while not being attached to specific outcomes. Do not take this world too personally, for you are one of many co-creators here to play. And we have many ideas about how all this should play out. Just know that outcomes don't matter as much as present you bring to each experience and how you let yourself flow through life. There's a real freedom in knowing and accepting this, so will you wear your world loosely or wear it straight jacket for you? It is your choice. Whatever happens, have the courage to keep trying and live as you're meant to. And when it comes to manifesting, don't worry about the how or even the why. We have that covered. Everything is going to turn out exactly as it should. Spirit has a plan. Loving you always and forever. So yeah, that is your postcard. So you have got a yes. Excuse my messy bed. And there we go. Okay, and this is group 2. I'm just going to scroll through so you guys see your cards. So, will I get this job? So basically how this works is first 4 cards, or first 5, it's like the yes or no answer, but I will still include from here onwards in the reading. So, you've got the Moon, 7 of Wands, King, Ace, and then the Queen. So how this works is you've only got one uneven card in there, we'll say. So it's this one here. So this is a yes, you'll get this job. So basically, the Moon is just like the throw out there, do it sort of thing. 7 of Wands is like you're fighting for it. But when you do a yes or no reading using Major Arcana, you do the first 5 cards. If you get, not Major Arcana, Tarot cards. If you get Major Arcana suit cards or aces, that is a yes, and it's the same with evens. If you get an odd number, then that is no. So right here you've got 3 suits and a Major Arcana with 1 uneven minor arcana, which is that is your 1. So you've got 4 out of 5, so this is more likely yes. So that is your answer there. Yes, you will get this job. Obviously, but with this job, it requires some, I'm not saying materialistic, but financial planning. And also you need a lot of balance going in there as well. So this is your financial planning, so be it you or someone else, but you have to financially plan for this job. And the Temperance, it's like balancing your emotions on the job as well, or coming up to the job. So I think your nerves are pretty much wrecked, eh? So yes, got the job, but the balance is sort of like it's uneven right now, and you just need to balance yourself out. Over here, you've got Sakura, Windy, Siege, and Reversal. So basically this job is, you're going to have to network really, really well to get it. Because also there you've got the Windy, so that is things just moving fast. So when you get it after your networking, it's just like boom, in there, and you're sorted, sort of thing. So with Siege and Reversal, basically once you're in there, decide whether you want to stay or not, because it looks like it's one of these jobs that you're kind of going to be trapped in for a while. So if you, I kind of want to say it's more not retail, but it's people orientated, and sometimes people in customer servicey type jobs can be a bit overbearing, and then you just kind of get trapped. So that is that. The Reversal is reversing your financial situation regarding this as well, because it came out with Queen of Coins financially. You have to balance for the job, but make sure you don't overspend for this sort of situation, because it can be reversed on its head, so it's not as higher paying as you want it to be. So just make sure that you're financially prepared and not to spend beyond your means in reversing everything. But yeah, something is about to end for now. So sounds really, really sad, but I'm thinking it's just more or less it's relating to like that financial sort of situation. If it's in customer service, and obviously you're going to lose your social weekends and all that sort of situation. But yeah, I'll just grab your postcard of spirit. Okay. Dearest you, all your prayers are heard and mirrored back to you from the unseen realms. Be grateful, praise things before they manifest, and always ask for the highest good when you plead and beg. That will bring you only more reason to plead and beg. Instead of offer your prayers as sacred gifts, as a testament to your faith in the higher power. Open up and let spirit move through you. You will be ready to be filled with inspired epiphanies, peace, understanding, and joy. In this moment, your prayers are being answered for the highest good of both you and all life. Sometimes what you pray for is not supposed to happen for you, and your prayers will be answered in surprising ways. At this moment, we are listening intently to your prayers and want you to know that your highest good is our priority. All is well. So there we go. So yes, you get it, but it's not going to be a happy sort of situation. Customer service never is, but that's essentially the gist that I'm getting from it. It's just financially to make ends meet job. So yeah. Okay, so this is group 3. I'm just going to scroll through so you guys can see. So will I get this job? So, straight off the bat, first 5 cards answer it in the yes or no. So, it's a maybe. Maybe you will get this job. I mean, it's leaning more towards yes, but maybe it's all about your interview process on whether you will or whether you won't. So what I explained to the other groups is the first 5 cards will represent the yes or no. So if you have uneven minor arcana, then that leans more to the no. But if you have major arcana, suit cards, or even minor arcanas, then that leans more towards the yes. So this is a no, that is a no, and these are 3 yeses. So it's a maybe because it's in the middle, leaning more towards yes. But as I say, it all depends on the interview process, which is what I'm taking from this one here, is it's going to be quite of a battle for this interview. So you're going to have to fight for it. I don't say nags, that sounds mean. But you're going to have to like pester people to try and get your foot into this interview process. So just if you're doing online ones, for example, you just have to keep applying and applying and applying and applying constantly, just so they see how eager and keen you are. The Knight of Coins is also telling me hang on to your finances while you're applying for this job, because I think there's a bit of a wait for the first pay to come through, so you have to take it slow. Financially, don't overspend when your first paycheck or whatever comes in. Just hang back for a bit, because we've got the storm and fly coming in here, so this is leaning more on your emotions towards it. Like, you really want this job really badly, and it's just going to kind of affect your moods. So the storm is like, it's not saying it's an angry card, it's just that card of frustration is like everything is hitting you at once. The fly is essentially like you're going to get trapped and you just kind of want to run away. And yeah, spiraling out of control. But the action card is going for putting all your CVs and everything in and going for it. But yeah, and then we've got over here, take care of yourself. So whatever you're applying for is going to stress you the hell out. It sounds kind of mean, but that's essentially it. And I think that's why it's leaning more towards like the maybe. Like, going into the process of it is just going to be completely stressful. And it's just going to cause you, not say be mean or angry or anything like that, but you're just not going to be you until you can get your foot into this interview. But yeah, right, I'll just grab this. Yeah, it's my postcards from Spirit. Dear you, there is a balance between activity, rest, ebb and flow. You can't have one without the other. If you're faced with an obstacle right now, the best course is surrender and non-resistance. Soon enough you'll see how easy it is to flow around it. Now, one of these times when you must trust the river of your life. Go with the flow, and in no time you'll reach what you have your heart and hopes set on. Just remember, Spirit will keep your head above water and will direct the currents when it's time for great effort. You know exactly when you'll need to work those manifesting muscles. It can be challenging to master the flow cycles of your life, but as you develop your skills, affluence will be yours. Enjoy the flow and trust these currents, for we're right with you with our little umbrella drinks, smiling at your success. Love you so very much. So there we go. So this is your maybe yes. There we go. Okay, and this is group 4. So will I get this job? So far it's all been really like positive-ish ones, and then we come to this one. So how this is done is the first 5 cards, as I explained to the other groups, is done in yes or no. So you take 5 cards. If you get major arcana, even minor arcana or suit cards, that leans towards the yes. If you get uneven minor arcana, that leans towards no. So we've got like a suit card here, you've got major arcana here, and then you've got one negative. So that is leaning yes. The only problem with this is the job that you're applying for, you don't want it. So it's a yes, you'll get it. It's an easy job for you to get into, but you really don't want this job. So I know it sounds mean saying it like that. So it's a yes, you'll get it, but no, it's not good for you. It's not good for you. So you've got the initiative, which is essentially like you're beginning straight from scratch. So whether you're a seasoned worker having to go all the way back to the beginning, it's going to frustrate you, and you're going to need a lot of strength, because I get the feeling that you're going to have like superiors that are younger than you, well not superiors, but like managers that are younger than you, and you probably won't gel too well because you're used to doing things in a set way. So yes, you get the job. No, it's not good for you though. But we'll go on and continue this. So yeah, straight off the bat is strength. So to do this job, you need strength, and then you're going to have some. Not saying that the King of Swords is overbearing, but it's a Justice-y type card, so they need things done in a set manner. I mean, when they're on your side, they're really good at being on your side, but when they're not, and as boss, it's kind of like one of the, I'm not saying a horrible person, it's just not good for you, essentially. And you have the arrow, so once you get into this job, it's just going to be like beginning of your day and then bomb at the end of the day. It's going to be really, really fast, but it's not going to do too well for you. So the thunder is essentially, that's your mood at the end of the day, is that you have felt just like you've just been shocked, essentially. I suppose I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like building up and building up and building up. This job is not going to be good for you emotionally. It's just asking too much of you right now. Because right here you've got the mirror, so it's going to cause some self-reflection, and then you're just going to want to run away at the end of it. You're not going to want to deal, so it's too much stress for you guys. Down here, Wolves of Venice, you are far, far away from home. So that is essentially your feeling if you get this job, or if you decide to take this job. I've got no real like coins or anything showing up, so you don't financially need to take this job, and it's probably best that you don't. But we'll see what the postcards of Spirit say. Human beings spend a huge percentage of life asleep, not just in bed, but the kind where you forget you are a spiritual, immortal being taking on temporary human form. It is not your fault. Everyone suffers from spiritual amnesia once in a while. As you develop an identity, an ego, you begin to see through the eyes of a small self and have less connection to your soul self. You may not recognize this is going on, but you sure can feel it. We're here to remind you to look through your soul's eyes and see what magic is everywhere. Infinite potential lies in spirit, who is teaming with you to fulfill the contract you made to contribute to the evolution of the whole world. Wake up and remember that all the help you need is orchestrated in the invisible realms. Your mind in alignment with divine intelligence is unstoppable. The world is yours to co-create. So, just saying, yeah. That is you guys, group 4. Sorry it's not happy, but yeah, yes, but you don't want it.